Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica White. I created a learning onboarding program for Lewisville School of Science and Technology in accordance with the final project requirements for LTEC 5510, Technology-Based Learning Environments. In this video, I will describe the design process and walk you through the onboarding. First, let's look at the digital process through the design document. This vital piece of documentation guided me through the development of this onboarding process. This onboarding session takes place partially online and partially in person during teacher in-service. The primary learning theory behind this onboarding is the social learning theory, which emphasizes observation, modeling, and imitating desired behaviors or outcomes. I chose this learning theory because it represents the supportive team environment that the campus fosters. The purpose of this onboarding is to educate teachers about the daily procedures, digital learning model, and campus culture of Lewisville School of Science and Technology. The onboarding will be rolled out officially for new teachers to Lewisville SciTech for the 2024-2025 school year. In the meantime, it will act as a resource repository for current teachers. The school has recently seen a lot of change, presenting a perfect opportunity to build a teacher onboarding that prepares teachers for our new model. This onboarding session will prepare new teachers to implement our learning model in their classrooms while maintaining teacher autonomy and creativity. It will train them to perform the daily teaching tasks at Lewisville School of Science and Technology and give them a significant opportunity to build rapport with the team of teachers. This onboarding is also beneficial to the campus because it will help us build a cohesive and collaborative work environment where structured support results in fewer instances of confusion. This onboarding session was created because of a lack of consistent or cohesive teacher training. This has led to confusion and frustration with our unique systems among teachers. One way this has manifested is in misusing or underusing digital tools such as learning management systems. There has also never been a consistent format for teacher in-service at the beginning of the year, costing the leadership valuable time each summer to create one. The audience for this teacher onboarding is all teachers joining us for the 2024-2025 school year, but it has also been designed specifically for new teachers who have no prior experience with our beginning of year preparation. According to the TAP statement, I created 5 goals for learners, each with specific objectives that explain what learners should be able to do upon the completion of each module. Let's look at these goals. First, the learner will be invested in and feel a part of the campus culture of Lewisville School of Science and Technology. The learner will be able to execute daily campus procedures. The learner will be able to implement the campus's digital learning model in each of their classes. The learner will integrate project-based learning into their scope and sequence. And the learner will support special education and 504 students according to state and campus policies. Learning activities are various and designed to encourage digital literacy and peer-to-peer communication. Examples include a team-building exercise where learners try to match fun facts with the right coworker, discipline response scenarios, practicing digital skills together, and more. Learners will use technology to complete assignments and additional required training modules. Teachers will be assessed through both formative and summative assessments. Learner progress and understanding will be assessed by leadership through group discussions, check-ins with leadership, and team discussions. Summatively, learner preparedness and understanding will be assessed via several digital summative quizzes at the end of each module, and the learner's ability to display an understanding of the operation of digital tools, including learning management systems and other campus documentation. Examples of summative assessments include Skyward and Bright Thinker quizzes, PBL critical questions, and digital 504 training modules. The learning technologist will evaluate the effectiveness of the content and design of the teacher onboarding via a Google Form survey delivered to participants after 3 weeks of teaching. The survey will ascertain emotions towards both the structure and content of modules, the effectiveness of the design, their ability to locate resources after in-service, their confidence in using campus resources, and their emotions towards the campus culture. Questions are based on a Likert scale from 1 to 5, with 1 being totally disagree and 5 being totally agree. Evaluation questions include: I found the structure of the teaching modules logical. I found the content of the teacher onboarding session helpful. I can locate resources from the onboarding training quickly and easily. I feel positive about our campus culture. Now let's jump right into the onboarding process to check out the digital materials. Almost all of the materials for the onboarding process are digital, exemplifying our commitment to digital learning skills on this campus. The entire onboarding process is housed in a virtual environment. I chose Google Sites because of its ease of connection to our other Google tools, which our campus utilizes for day-to-day business. The first module should be completed independently at home before in-service begins. Modules 2 through 7 will be completed as a teaching team during the first 4 days of in-service. Module 8 should be completed independently by the first day of school. As you can see, there are 8 modules of onboarding materials to cover. On this helpful page, learners are given onboarding instructions and informed of the objectives they will accomplish during each module. Let's look at Module 1. This module is an introduction to the campus module that should be completed independently by all 2024-2025 teachers before returning to teacher in-service. First, they can review their fellow teachers and staff. Currently, this links to our staff information page, but when LifeTouch returns our teacher portraits, it will be linked to a carousel of teacher photos with names and subjects taught. Next, they'll review our Campus Learning Systems manual and take a quiz, then review our social-emotional learning curriculum. Finally, they can take an optional tour of the school. I am excited to say that our corporate digital marketing team is working on a digital tour video for this purpose. Module 2 concerns teacher team building and communication. Each module follows the same formatting decisions as the home page, creating continuity for the user. Each link opens a new window, which can be closed out of upon completion of the module, or users can click previous module or next module at the bottom of the page. Module 3 concerns our campus daily policies and procedures, including our discipline procedures. It is convenient that I can embed Google Slides into the Google Sites so that users don't have to open them in a new page. Module 4 is about our campus learning management systems. Links to quizzes are embedded in the Google Sites sections. Let's look at the Google Forms quiz for the Skyward portion of the module. Users can easily complete their quiz while referring to the slides embedded in the module. Quizzes are also linked in our Google Classroom. Module 5 is about creating Google Classrooms. We highly recommend all of our teachers utilize the Google Classroom to share and grade digital learning materials. This is why we can turn in our assignments for this in-service in a Google Classroom created specially for this purpose. Module 6 concerns project-based learning, one of the core pieces of our learning model. This is a big one, so it includes slides, important resources, and links to complete activities. Module 7 is the last module of the onboarding that we will complete as a team. It concerns laws and processes around special education and 504 students. Finally, Module 8 instructs teachers through the training modules that the state of Texas requires. When learners complete Module 8, they can click Onboarding homepage to return to the list of modules. As we have covered, this is a lengthy onboarding process. As such, a facilitator job aid is necessary to guide next school year's leaders. Let's check out that job aid. This helpful aid reminds the facilitator of the learning theory and scope and sequence of the onboarding process. It also contains some helpful tips and tricks, such as ensuring new teachers have their Google credentials at least 2 weeks before in-service. It also contains the goals, objectives, assessments, and environment for each of the learning modules. A detailed checklist regarding each module of the onboarding will help the facilitator prepare for each portion of the process. Finally, Appendix A has a helpful email template for pre-in-service communication and a link to the Module 2 Teacher Fun Fact template that they will need for onboarding. This onboarding process was hardly completed alone. Along with the invaluable input from my campus administrators, coworkers, and LTech peers, this onboarding was supported by Rapid Instructional Design by George A. Piskarich, Albert Bandura's Social Learning Theory by Saul McLeod, and Instructional Technology and Media for Learning by Sharon Smaldino, Deborah Lowther, and Cliff Mims. Thank you for taking the time to hear about this onboarding experience. Do you have any questions or feedback? Email me or drop your advice in the comments below. Thanks, everyone.